Welcome to the Grieving Parents Circle. My name is Dr. Blake. I am a licensed clinical therapist specializing in trauma, loss, and complicated grief. This space is designed for individuals who have experienced the kind of pain that is rarely spoken about openly, the pain of losing a child, the pain of infertility, the pain of repeated miscarriages, the pain of stillbirth, the pain of custody loss, and the pain of watching others celebrate milestones that you yourself cannot reach. Before we begin, I want to establish the foundation of this circle. This is a confidential, judgment-free environment. No one here is expected to be strong, move on, or get over it. Those phrases have no place in trauma-informed care. Your reactions are valid. Your triggers are valid. Your grief is valid. Today, we will go around the circle and allow each participant to share what brings them here. You are not required to explain everything. You are not required to justify your feelings. You are only asked to speak honestly about your experience, and we will hold space for you. Let's begin. Rich, thank you for being here. Please share what brings you to the circle today.
Hi. Dr. Blake, my name is Rich. I lost my daughter, Penny, in a car accident. She was visiting her mother. Her mother and new boyfriend had been drinking. Their car flipped. Penny didn't make it. After the funeral, after the shock, after the numbness, I started receiving messages from people congratulating my ex on her new pregnancy. They meant well, I guess. But every time someone said, "Did you hear she's having another baby?" it felt like a punch to the chest. I know she isn't replacing our daughter. I know she loved Penny. But it hurts that she can continue having children while I'm still grieving the one I lost. It's not just her. It's social media people posting birthday parties for their 5-year-olds, their 7-year-olds. I look at those pictures and think about how old Penny would be today. I feel guilty for feeling this way, but I can't help it. That's why I'm here.
Thank you, Rich. Your pain is valid. Your reactions are normal. You are not alone. Belinda, thank you for joining us. Please share what brings you here.
My husband and I have been trying to conceive for 3 years. We recently learned that I am barren. My husband is healthy. I am the one who cannot carry. He loves me. He supports me. He tells me we can adopt or try IVF. But I still feel like I'm failing him. I feel like I'm failing myself. At work, I see ultrasound photos pinned to cubicles. I see baby shower decorations. I see people celebrating their pregnancies. I'm not jealous. I'm not envious. I'm triggered. I feel less like a woman, even though I know that's not true. I want to experience pregnancy. I want to breastfeed. I want to feel a child growing inside me. And every time I see someone celebrating their 6th or 7th child, it hurts.
Thank you, Belinda. Your grief is real. Your identity is not defined by fertility. You are not alone. Jessica, thank you for being here. Please share your story.
My husband and I can conceive, but I miscarry every time. 4 pregnancies, 4 losses. I did everything right. I ate well. I rested. I followed every medical instruction. The doctors say I'm healthy. They say my husband is healthy, but I cannot carry. Mother's Day is unbearable. Group chats are unbearable. Every ultrasound photo feels like a reminder of what I cannot keep. I don't resent anyone. I don't wish harm on anyone. I just hurt.
Thank you, Jessica. Your pain is legitimate. Your losses matter. You are not alone. Kelly Ray, thank you for your courage. Please share what brings you here.
I lost custody of my son because I was poor. My ex's wealthy family took me to court and argued that their home was better. My own family supported them because they were addicts and bonded with my ex. I had no money, no support, and no chance. 2 years later, I conceived again. I wanted to fill the void. I wanted to be a mother again. But I had a stillbirth. My boyfriend is supportive, but the grief is overwhelming. Then I developed a tumor on my ovary. They removed it. I can't conceive anymore. I lost my living child. I lost my stillborn child. I lost my fertility. That's why I'm here.
Thank you, Kelly Ray. Your grief is layered, complex, and valid. You are not alone. Welcome, Mara. Please share what brings you here.
My daughter disappeared on her way home from school. There was no body, no evidence, no closure, just silence. Every time I see a child her age online, I wonder what she would look like now. Every birthday post hurts, every family photo hurts, every Mother's Day hurts. People tell me to stay hopeful, but hope is exhausting. I don't want to see pregnancy announcements. I don't want to see baby showers. I don't want to see family portraits. I'm not jealous. I'm grieving a child who might still be alive or might not. I don't know. And that uncertainty is its own trauma.
Your grief is unique. Your uncertainty is valid. You are not alone. Wellington and Sienna, thank you for being here today. Please share what brings you to the circle.
My name is Wellington. This is my partner, Sienna. We're here because our son was placed in CPS custody last year. Not because we hurt him, not because we neglected him, but because of something that happened outside of our control. Our apartment building had a carbon monoxide leak. We didn't know we had complained about headaches, dizziness, and nausea for weeks. Maintenance kept saying it was nothing. One night, all three of us passed out. A neighbor found us and called emergency services. When CPS arrived, they saw a child who had been exposed to carbon monoxide. They saw two parents who were unconscious. They saw a building with multiple safety violations, and they made a decision that changed our lives. They said we failed to provide a safe environment. They said we should have known. They said we should have moved, but we couldn't afford to move. We couldn't afford a lawyer. We couldn't afford anything except that apartment. We were not negligent. We were poor. And the system punished us for it. Our son was placed in temporary custody. We are still fighting to get him back. We completed every class, every evaluation, every home inspection. We did everything by the book. But the process is slow, and every delay feels like another loss. What triggers us the most is seeing people post pictures of their children at home. Birthday parties, first days of school, family dinners. We're not jealous. We're grieving what we cannot have right now. We don't resent anyone. We just hurt.
I'm Sienna. I want to add something. People assume CPS involvement means we're dangerous. They assume we're irresponsible. They assume we're unfit. But we were victims of a building that ignored safety regulations. We were victims of poverty. We were victims of circumstances we could not control. Every time I see a mother post a picture of her child sleeping peacefully, I feel a pain that I cannot describe. Not envy, not jealousy, just grief. Because I don't know when I will get to tuck my son in again. That's why we're here.
Thank you, Wellington and Sienna. Your grief is valid. Your circumstances were not your fault. You are not alone. Virginia, thank you for being here today. Please share what brings you to the circle.
My name is Virginia. I am 48 years old. I have mosaic Down syndrome. Most people cannot tell by looking at me, but I have always needed extra support to understand complicated situations. My first pregnancy happened when I was a teenager. It was the result of incest. The adults stepped in. There was a trial. The baby was taken from me. I was young. I did not understand the legal process. I did not understand my rights. I did not understand how to speak for myself. I only understood that my baby was gone. Years later, when I was 27, I was living on my own. I was vulnerable. Some adults groomed me. They isolated me. They controlled me. They kept me in a place where I could not leave. I became pregnant again. I managed to escape. I walked down a road until someone stopped to help me. I asked them to take me to the police. I was dirty. I was confused. I was holding a 12-week-old baby. I tried to explain what happened, but I struggled to find the right words. The officers looked at me, saw that I had Down syndrome, and assumed I was not capable of caring for a child. They did not ask about the kidnapping. They did not ask about the grooming. They did not ask about the abuse. They only saw a child and a woman they believed was incompetent. They took the baby. I never saw the child again. I did not understand the legal system. I did not understand how to defend myself. I did not understand how to ask for an advocate. I did not understand how to explain what had been done to me. I only understood that I had gone to the police for help, and instead, I lost another child. I am also African American. The child looked Caucasian. I have always wondered if prejudice played a role in how quickly they dismissed me. I have been told my whole life that my features are too big, that my hair is wrong, that I am ugly. I've been judged for my disability and judged for my race. When I stood in that police station, I felt invisible. I'm 48 now. I have had therapy. I understand my rights. I understand what happened. But I live with the grief every day. I'm in a support group online where people use therapy dolls to cope with loss. Some people in the group have real children. Every Mother's Day, they post pictures. They post their grandchildren. They post their celebrations. I do not resent them. I do not envy them. But it hurts. I want to ask the group facilitator to remind people that this is a therapy space, that Mother's Day posts should be on personal pages, not in a grief group. But I do not want to upset anyone. I just want people to understand that not everyone sees Mother's Day as a celebration. That is why I am here.
Thank you, Virginia. Your story is complex, painful, and deeply important. Your grief is valid. Your experiences were not your fault. You are not alone.
People wonder why I go quiet in the month of June. People wonder why I disappear around Father's Day. They see me leave the group chat without a word, and they assume I am bitter or uninterested. But they do not see what those celebrations remind me of. A picture of a father holding his child can feel like a reminder of the one I buried. A birthday post can feel like a reminder of the age my child will never reach. A simple happy day can feel like a reminder of the title I lost too soon. Even names can trigger me, even children's shows can trigger me. A cartoon theme song, a school supply aisle, a tiny pair of shoes in a store window. All of it can reopen the part of me that still remembers what I had and what I will never have again. I am not envious of anyone's joy. I am not jealous of anyone's celebration. I am triggered because I am grieving, and grief does not follow a timeline. But therapy has taught me that stepping away is not weakness. It is how I protect myself while I learn to breathe again.
I am not envious of anyone's joy. I am not jealous of anyone's celebration. I am triggered because I am grieving, and grief does not follow a timeline. But therapy has taught me that stepping away is not a weakness. It is how I protect myself while I learn to breathe again. People wonder why I step out of conversations when someone announces a pregnancy at work. They wonder why I turn off my phone when ultrasound photos start circulating in the group chat. They assume I am uninterested, distant, or avoiding joy, but they do not see what those moments awaken in me. A growing belly can feel like a reminder of the one thing my body cannot do. A baby shower invitation can feel like a reminder of the milestones I may never reach. Even the sound of someone saying I'm expecting can feel like a reminder of the silence I carry. I am not envious of anyone's happiness. I am not jealous of anyone's celebration. I am triggered because I am grieving the version of motherhood I may never experience. Even small things can reopen the wound. A tiny onesie in a store window, a co-worker placing ultrasound photos on their clipboard, a name chosen for a child I will never hold. These moments are innocent to others, but they are heavy for me. But therapy has taught me that stepping away is not selfish. It is how I protect my heart while I learn to live with what I carry. People wonder why I turn my phone face down when Mother's Day messages start appearing. They wonder why I leave the group chat when someone posts their ultrasound update. They assume I am avoiding happiness, but they do not see what those moments reopen in me. A pregnancy announcement can feel like a reminder of the ones I could not keep. A baby shower photo can feel like a reminder of the celebrations I never Even the sound of someone saying we're 12 weeks along can feel like a reminder of the exact point where my hope ended each time. I am not envious of anyone's joy. I am not jealous of anyone's celebration. I am triggered because I am grieving the children I carried briefly and loved deeply. Even small things can bring the ache back. A lullaby playing in a store, a tiny heartbeat sound in a commercial, a co-worker placing the sonogram on their desk, a calendar reminder for a due date that never arrived. These moments are innocent to others, but they are heavy for me. But therapy has taught me that stepping away is not avoidance. It is how I honor the children I lost, while I learn to heal without shame. People wonder why I tense up when someone posts a picture of their newborn. They wonder why I step out of the room when coworkers pass around baby photos. They assume I am uninterested or withdrawn, but they do not see the layers of grief I carry. A custody battle can feel like a reminder of the child I could not keep, not because I was unfit, but because poverty was used as evidence against me. A stillbirth can feel like a reminder of the future that ended before it began. And infertility can feel like a reminder that I will never have the chance to try again. I am not envious of anyone's joy. I am not jealous of anyone's celebration. I am triggered because I am grieving 3 different losses at once. The child I raised, the child I carried, and the child I will never conceive. Even small things can reopen the wound. A mother buckling her baby into a car seat, a stroller passing me on the sidewalk, a lullaby playing in a store aisle, a name chosen for a child I will never meet. These moments are innocent to others, but they are heavy for me. But therapy has taught me that acknowledging my pain is not weakness. It is how I honor every child I loved, while I learn to live with what was taken from me.
People wonder why I freeze when someone posts a photo of their child walking home from school. They wonder why I step out of conversations when parents talk about curfews, homework, or bedtime routines. They assume I am quiet because I cannot relate, but they do not see the uncertainty I live with every day.
A family portrait can feel like a reminder of the one picture I never got to take.
A birthday post can feel like a reminder of the candles my child never blew out.
Even the sound of someone saying
their child is 7 now
can feel like a reminder of the age
my child might be today. If they are alive,
I am not envious of anyone's joy.
I am not jealous of anyone's celebration.
I am triggered because I am grieving
a child I cannot mourn properly,
because I do not know
what happened to her. Even small things can reopen the ache.
A A missing child flyer on a bulletin board.
A backpack left on a playground bench.
A cartoon they used to love.
A name that sounds like hers.
These moments are innocent to others,
but they are heavy for me. But therapy has taught me
that my uncertainty is not a failure.
it is the reality of loving someone
whose story has no ending yet.
People wonder why we step out of conversations when parents talk about bedtime routines or school pickups.
They wonder why we avoid group chats.
When someone posts a picture of their child's new bedroom,
they assume we are uninterested or distant.
but they do not see the reality we live with.
A family photo can feel like a reminder
Of the home we worked hard to build.
but lost because of circumstances we could not control.
A child's laughter next door.
Can feel like a reminder
Of the silence in our apartment now.
even the sound of someone saying
He's safe at home.
can feel like a reminder
That our son is somewhere we cannot reach.
we are not envious of anyone's joy.
We are not jealous of anyone's celebration.
We are triggered because we are grieving,
A child who was taken from us,
not for abuse,
not for neglect.
but because poverty made us look unfit.
Even small things can reopen the ache.
A carbon monoxide detector in a store
A
aisle.
maintenance truck parked outside.
A parent buckling their child into a car seat.
A school supply list taped to a window.
These moments are innocent to others,
But they are heavy for us.
but therapy has taught us
That our grief is not a sign of failure.
it is the natural response
To losing a child in a system
that did not see our love.
People wonder why I hesitate.
When someone asks me to hold their baby,
They wonder why I leave the room.
when grandparents pass around pictures of their grandkids,
They assume I am shy,
or uncomfortable,
but they do not see the history behind my silence. A newborn's cry
can feel like a reminder
of the children I lost before I understood my rights.
a mother rocking her child can feel like a reminder
Of the moments I never got to have.
even the sound of someone saying
She looks just like you.
can feel like a reminder
Of how quickly people judged me.
instead of helping me. I am not envious of anyone's joy.
I am not jealous of anyone's celebration.
I am triggered because I am grieving
Children who were taken from me
in moments when I needed protection.
instead of assumptions.
Even small things can reopen the ache.
A therapy doll in a store window.
A cartoon theme song from years ago.
A baby blanket folded neatly on a shelf.
A child with features that remind me
Of the ones
I never got to raise,
these moments are innocent to others.
but they are heavy for me. But therapy has taught me
That my grief is not a burden.
it is the truth of someone
Who survived what others misunderstood. And is still learning
to heal with dignity.
Before we close today's circle, I want to speak to everyone here, and to anyone listening who may not fully understand the psychology behind child-related grief. Child loss, infertility, miscarriage, custody separation, and unresolved disappearance all fall under what we clinically call attachment-based trauma. When a child is lost, whether through death, circumstance, or systems outside your control, The brain does not simply move on. It reorganizes itself around the absence. It protects itself from reminders. It reacts to triggers that others may not recognize. This is why certain moments feel heavier than they appear. A holiday can activate the part of the brain that remembers what should have been. A birthday post can activate the part that remembers what was taken too soon. A pregnancy announcement can activate the part that remembers what never arrived. A child's voice, a cartoon theme song, a school supply aisle. These are not small things. They are neurological reminders of attachment, loss, and longing. There is another layer that is often overlooked. The body does not immediately understand that the child is gone. When a mother carries a child, her body prepares for caregiving. Hormones rise. Milk may come in. The nervous system becomes attuned to the sound, smell, and presence of a baby. If that child is lost, through stillbirth, miscarriage, death after birth, or removal by a system, the brain may know the facts, but the body continues to search. This is why, seeing a pregnant woman, smelling baby powder or formula, hearing a baby cry in a store, watching a diaper commercial, walking past the infant aisle, can feel like a physical shock. The body is responding as if it has detected something it was prepared to care for. It is not overreacting. It is following the patterns it was biologically programmed to follow. In some cases, the body continues to produce hormones for weeks or months after the loss. Milk may still come in after a stillbirth. The uterus may still contract. The nervous system may still scan the environment for signs of a baby. The body is asking, where is the child I was supposed to protect? This same principle applies to non-physical losses as well, such as CPS removal or custody loss. The body has learned routines: feeding, holding, waking up at certain times, listening for certain sounds. When the child is suddenly gone, those routines do not disappear overnight. The body continues to expect the child, and every reminder of children in the environment can feel like a confirmation that something is missing. So when someone is triggered by a baby cry, a stroller passing by, a pregnancy announcement, a Mother's Day or Father's Day post, a grandparent showing pictures of their grandchildren, they are not being dramatic. Their nervous system is responding to an absence it has not fully integrated yet. The brain may understand the loss. The body is still catching up. There is also a paternal dimension that is often overlooked. When a father loses a child, whether through death, miscarriage, stillbirth, disappearance, or removal by a system, his body also undergoes physiological changes. Research shows that fathers experience measurable hormonal shifts during pregnancy and early caregiving. Testosterone decreases, oxytocin and prolactin increase, and the nervous system becomes attuned to infant cues. These changes do not immediately reverse when a child is lost. The brain may understand the absence, but the body continues to respond to reminders of caregiving. This is why a father may feel a physical jolt when he hears a baby cry in a store, sees a father holding a child, smells baby lotion, or walks past the infant aisle. His nervous system was conditioned to protect, respond, and attach. After loss, those circuits remain active, creating triggers that are biological rather than emotional. For fathers, grief is not only psychological. It is a physiological echo of the caregiving role their body was prepared to fulfill. None of these reactions are signs of jealousy. None of them are signs of bitterness. They are signs of grief, both psychological and physiological. And grief connected to a child does not follow a linear timeline. It does not resolve on command. It does not respond to pressure. It does not disappear because others believe enough time has passed. For many of you, the world continues to celebrate milestones that you no longer have access to. That contrast creates emotional dissonance, an internal conflict between what you feel and what you believe you should feel. This is a normal response to trauma, not a personal failure. If you step away from a conversation, it is not avoidance. If you leave a group chat, it is not disrespect. If you go quiet on holidays, it is not disinterest. These are protective strategies, your mind and body's way of creating safety when the environment becomes overwhelming. Healing does not mean erasing grief. Healing means learning how to carry it without collapsing under its weight, and understanding that your body may take longer than your mind to accept what has happened. And for anyone listening who has never experienced this kind of loss, I encourage you to remember that compassion is not about fixing someone's pain. Compassion is about recognizing that their reactions are rooted in experiences, and in biology, you may never see. To everyone in this circle, your grief is valid, your triggers are understandable, your silence is not a flaw, your coping is not selfish, your healing is not measured by how quickly you move forward, but by how gently you treat yourself while your mind and body learn to live with what they have lost. Thank you for sharing your truth today. Thank you for allowing this space to hold what the world often overlooks. And thank you for reminding us that grief connected to a child is not a weakness. It is evidence of love that had no chance to finish its story.
There is no such thing as get over it. Grief is love with nowhere to go, and love deserves space.
There is no such thing as get over it.
What remains in you is love, learning how to live
in a different form. There is no such thing as get over it. Love does not end, it lives in the ways you remember. Oh, there is no such thing as get over it.
Grief is love
with nowhere to go, and love deserves space.
Oh,
there is no such thing, yeah, as get over it.
oh, what remains in you is love,
Learning how to live in a different form. There is no such thing as get over it. Love does not end.
it lives in the ways you remember.
There is no such thing as get over it.
Grief is love with nowhere to go,
And love deserves space.
oh, there is no such thing
No such thing.
as get over it.
What remains in you is love, learning how to live in a different form. There is no such thing
There is no such thing.
as get over it.
Love does not
Love
end.
does not end, it lives in the ways you remember. There is no such thing as get over it.
Grief is love with nowhere to go.
And love deserves space.
Oh,
There is no such thing as get over it. What remains in you is love, learning how to live in a different form. There is no such thing
there is no such thing.
as get over it. Love does not end. It lives in the ways you remember. There is no such thing as get over it.
Grief is love with nowhere to go.
And love deserves space. There is no such thing as get over it. What remains in you is love, learning how to live in a different form. There is no such thing
There is no such thing.
as get over it. Love does not end.
It lives
In the way
you remember.
there is no such thing
There is no such thing.
as get over it. Grief is love with nowhere to go.
And love deserves space.
There is no such thing.
There's no such thing.
As get over it. What remains in you is love. Learning how to live in a different form.
There is no such thing.
Let's get over it.
Love does not end.
Love does not end. It lives.